chat GPT voice that is really good at pinging back and forth, that is like a friend in your pocket. That's what they want Siri to be. Why can't Siri just be that?
So Grok's actually winning on that. When it actually comes to responsiveness of the voice, Grok's actually has won on that. And that was one of the things they really went at hard. And Musk talked about it in the XAI launch of Grok, where he talked about the ability to respond back and forth quickly. It actually just recently updated to my car. I just recently got Grok in my car, and it's been fun because even in my car, it's actually pretty good. You can drive down the road and sit and talk to it, and while it's sitting there blathering, which we all know it can do, sometimes it can kind of carry on, you can actually interrupt it. Very few of the other AI models are allowing you to do that. So it actually does pretty well at that. And that's one of the Grok's claim to fames. But that's a
Grok in your
classic
car
example.
link to your Grok X profile?
Mm-hmm.
So like it remembers like you can have a conversation with it in your car and it will carry over to your computer, your profile.
Yep. So I frequently tell it, hey, go do this research for me. And I go back and review it on my computer.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually a huge hack. And I wish that Siri would be able to do that. And I think that
Go do
Apple's
the
missing a
research for
huge
you in
boat
the
because,
background.
yeah, because if you think about it, it's a huge recurring revenue miss because I didn't even think about this. It's such a big boat to miss because they could tie it into like, I'm not saying like they have Apple Fitness, they have Apple TV. They could just bundle it into that. It's like, hey, we're going to increase the price $5 a month.
Or they could not and sell whatever they sell, because Apple sells anything to their Apple fan club. If they say they're going to sell
they're so good
a
at
new
saying, hey,
color,
we're gonna bundle up a subscription for you, and it's almost too dumb not to do. Apple's really good at that. It's like, oh, like $3 a month for Apple Music, why not? It's like, oh, and it includes Apple TV, great. But Apple has a large law of large numbers really working in their favor. That's also probably their Achilles heel. But the user wants Siri to be like Grok. That's what they want. And why Apple is missing this boat so bad, it is terrible. Like the fact that Siri is already a household name is such a huge advantage because if they just made Siri good, it would be over. Apple would have won already because people are having to learn what Grok is. Like this is such a big boat to miss because ChatGPT was market first mover, and everybody's like, "Oh, ChatGPT was first." They're wrong. Siri was first. People know Siri more than they know what ChatGPT is. Grandma knows Siri, but grandma may not know ChatGPT yet. Some grandmas are starting to know, but everybody knows what Siri is and who it is. And if they finally made Siri good, I think it would make Apple the most valuable company by a large magnitude.
I agree. And if you want another example of one that everybody knew, was Alexa. Where's Alexa? Right.
They won't.
And
They
so this is
wound it down.
another, what's that?
They wound Alexa down. They shut it down.
I know. And I think that was another huge miss, right? But so Apple's like Siri is going to become that pretty quickly if they don't do something, right? Because the Perplexity deal died because there was something in the M&A structure with Perplexity that scared off Apple. And they were a little tight-lipped about why it was, but they just said, look, it was outside, like no one wanted to do it. Even though for everybody else outside the company, Perplexity was trying to get $30 billion for an acquisition. And to everybody else, it was a no-brainer. And so that's why I think Mistral, if their price tag is anything under 10 billion, Apple should absolutely swoop in and do this. I think they should pay it if it's over 10 billion, to exactly what you're saying. They are going to miss the boat. And the opportunity to buy something that they could work to integrate in months versus trying to build from the ground in years, just saying that they have the data. Now, that's the thing, is they do have the data. There's still enough people talking to Siri. They should have enough data to do it. But why they haven't been able to figure it out is kind of beyond me.
And heck, like I don't know why Apple's not playing this AI poaching game. They have enough money to poach these ridiculous engineers, and I'm not an engineer, so I don't know the stigma of it. But to me, if you were to get a massive job working for Apple with beautiful stock comp instead of a small little AI company, like that's really enticing to me. So I feel like they could win a lot of these poaching wars. I mean, you do have people that want to go grind in these startups, but you also have these people that like are diehard Apple and they would work for Apple for less pay just because of the badge. Um, it would be cool. Like if Elon wants to compete with OpenAI, he should be best friends with Tim Cook and be like, hey, like let us know what you need. We will make Siri great again. But
Well,
ironically
yeah.
enough.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be the first time that a lawsuit opened up a conversation that maybe he just felt Tim Cook wasn't willing to have. And, generally speaking, I don't think a lot of people, regardless of how you feel about Elon Musk, really want to go at head to head with Elon Musk in a legal battle. Because if you know somebody who's willing to leave all on the court to go after you, I think Elon's definitely known to like leave everything on the court to go after you.
You bring up a good point because when Elon first bought X, there was a rumor that Apple was going to take Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, off of the App Store. And there was this vicious rumor that grew into an actual meeting between Tim Cook and Elon. And Elon went to Apple's headquarters and met with Tim Cook. So that rumor got those two in the room. And then Apple led the charge in leading in advertising again on X. Apple, because all the advertisers left X in a boycott, and Apple and Elon met. Tim Cook and Elon met, and Apple resumed advertising on X, which props to Apple for kind of being the first one, the first staying with Elon. And I think that was a show of good faith. I think it's a show that if you get two humans in a room, we're actually a lot more like humans are a lot more reasonable than texting and typing than people give it credit for. And I think if Tim Cook and Elon got in a room regarding AI, I think Elon's like, hey, I have the brain, you have the hardware, like let's figure something out.
And I think if you think about this, you and I talked about it, right? The multimodal capabilities. Let's talk about what multimodal means, right? So multimodal means that I can open up like a chat prompt with an AI unit, give it something, go off, start another, modal, right? Another conversation, and have the AI running in the background doing all of this research for me. So it allows me to open up multiple threads of thought with AI. If you take the multimodal capability, which Mistral already has out of the box, plug it into the Apple ecosystem, you'd be running into that really fast where you could be, I just think this would be a huge innovation point. So I'm not totally sure why what it is that's scaring Apple away from that, why it is that, what happened in that closed door meeting where a must win became we're not going to announce anything. So it's curious because Apple's never been able to innovate quietly over the last 10 years. Pretty much everything they've been working on, from cars to Vision Pro to everything, was leaked before it came out. So it kind of is a little weird that there's a bunch of vague promises right now about Apple Intelligence and no concrete roadmap.
Do you think part of the problem, this is a little bit kind of leading into your next point, do you think part of the problem is every time Apple gets something going, the key engineer gets poached?
It's possible. There has been massive talent wars, but at the same time, like you said, Apple should be able to throw enough of whatever it needs, whether it's stock, money, or incentive, or name, or whatever, to be able to keep somebody around.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, consider checking out the full podcast here and subscribing every Tuesday morning. Startup Hack and I go live, where we talk about that AI drama, the tech drama, and all the business drama out there. So consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.